Come, Jill, come stand with me and let's lie our vows toward the ocean.
It will take time to come to terms with everything that happened in the Dominion. But time is the one thing we always seem to lack.
Severely, alongside other things, but I think the first thing that we need to do is check on Lil Bro and his buddy.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into Tyre?
To what do I owe the honor?
What indeed?
What do you want?
Brightburn, hello. Lingered there no warmth, no smoke, but in his light did burn both flesh and bone. Economicy. Grindstone light. Okay, I guess we're making the Bahamut blade, and I am here for it.
Should last you a good while.
Yes. What point is there in offering these? Honestly, the entire crafting system feels like a forced thing because the devs looked at Western RPGs and thought, well, a crafting system of sorts seem to be present most of the time. Let's throw it in here. This game could have done very easily without the crafting system. Because all I do is craft the rare blade that I can craft every once in a while. And that's it. If you just make that available in the shop every now and then, you could have done without any of this.
Anything else?
But I digress, I suppose.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there.
That it is. Nope. Silk and trash. I think we've seen diamond armlets. Even that is shite compared to what I have. Yeah, no.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Still your own fault.
Finished, are you?
I am. I think I got a new scroll by the
Seems
by.
the
Let's
hideaway
give it a
exists.
listen. No. Sand and stone. Nope, I don't need the Agrabah. This one. You know, it comes across as tranquil. Sure, why not? For a while. It's a bit overcast today, isn't it? Everything
There's
I...
only been a shipment in since the skies started boiling. A few more days without a visit and we'll have to start eating the blankets.
Luckily I brought you enough. New hunts. Now this is something we'd like to hear. What have you got then? Alright, so this one will remain for now. The 10 of clubs. Is this a joke towards the card club thing from Final Fantasy VIII? Megath Brothers. Is this a jab towards Final Fantasy X, where we had the Magus sisters as a summon, or as an Aeon, I suppose I should say. But this looks like a... Right, I see what's going on. So there's 3 of them, as are the Magus sisters, also a trio. We're gonna, let's just start at the top. Merchants who ply their trade across the field of Korava. It's all of an outlaw 5 and 20 hands high. Why are we counting in hands? And mighty of Thu, who preys upon unescorted travelers. They claim he lives alone in one of the many abandoned villages that litter the region, but none has been brave nor foolish enough to narrow the search any further. If you who read this have either or both of those qualities, the Dalmekians beg your aid. Okay. As a lone rowing boat has been sighted making land off the coast of Port Isolde, its occupants wearing the garb and speaking the language of Iron Kingdom crusaders. One can only assume that they come to take their vengeance upon Sid the Outlaw for destroying that which they held most dear, really. We advise against all travel to the area, lest they think to kill or capture our members in retaliation. I see. And another S rank. Okido. Ruin Reawakened. Another one? Sambrequois legend tells of a dread dragon who set near half the realm alight with his torrid breath, before being sealed away behind a magical mist by Gregor herself, some sources claim. Though it has long been forgotten which parts of the tale are true and which are mere myth, recent reports of a great dragon's roar reverberating around the woodland passes of the Empire are real enough. So we have a dragon. Is that Tiamat? I mean, I'm not going to tackle this one anytime soon, considering I can barely take on this one. It's not that I can't take it on, per se, it's just that a few, like 3-ish hits will down me. I just don't have the defense yet. Want to level a little bit more, because again, this thing is like 10 to 9 levels above my own. So it makes sense that it takes a little more preparation, which is fine, really. Alright, Otto, what news?
Otto, how fares the realm?
Look outside and you will have your answer.
Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fat storms out mother crystals and her skies are a roiling cesspit.
And Gav?
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her project.
Oh, he's actually out of
Set an
town.
owl their way the moment the winds turn foul. Still waiting on a reply, though.
Do you have any good news?
No.
Well, that depends on your definition of good.
I suppose that is true.
Fine.
What do you
What do you
expect
suggest
we
we
do?
do?
What can we do?
Oh, no, I'm just a messenger. I leave the scheming to those more suited to the task.
Meaning me.
Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask.
I suppose not.
Alright, Fivs, what do you make of all this?
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe?
It's just
Not
how I
that you
do.
are to blame for the Dominion's fate. No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
Suppose
I'm
not.
sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think.
They're dead.
A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits. They'll be back on their feet in no time.
This is what we call copium.
I hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting
Are they
though
blue?
it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine the facts.
Alright, let's put the facts on the table then.
Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen mother crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces, now nothing but pretty shards of rock.
Yep.
And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us.
Probably already
Yet I
started,
fear a
right?
swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it, the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off Storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
So just another Tuesday then is what I'm hearing.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish,
Goes
but
in
it
the
seems
sand.
fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is theirs.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing, but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of
Throw your colostomy bags at them.
there would be none to stop him.
None but us.
Okay, so everything has gone tits up.
Seems the height.
Here's a storm.
And you, what do you got to say?
Guess. You're here about the skies.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
That was just a
Doesn't
guess.
take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I.
The Fallen, huh?
And on the 6th day did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible?
An actual god.
He
Huh.
has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
True.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts. Had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time.
Unless we can find
You'll
one.
forgive me, I hope.
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom. And we will always be grateful for it.
And there you have it.
Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
I mean, what's Otto gonna do? I mean, yes, he is important in keeping this place together, but his wisdom lacks severely. Which is fine, but, you know, I wouldn't trust him to steer me in the right direction. Hello, hun.
Clive, we have a problem.
Just one?
Only one.
Huh.
Would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are three.
All
We had as
right.
many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a Kashik out her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and her lot.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rains...
It pours.
It fucking pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference. Which means there's only two people who can.
Gemini.
Let them know we're on our way.
I must say, it does irritate me just slightly that I'm being sent over to Martha's Rest as many times as I have up till now. Yes, she's a friend to the cause. Yes, I'm sure stuff is happening there as it is everywhere, but the game could throw a little more variety my way. Hey, dude.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Anything catch your eye?
Why we fight? But that's, yeah, that's the main one, right? Flames of War? Down the rabbit hole.
Seen enough?
So, do I go to Martha? Do I go to... I guess we'll just go to Martha's then. Yes. This has to be faster. Still need to tackle that hunt, yes. Should have looked at the hunt board to see where the hunts actually are. Because I think I can tackle a few along the way. Alright, what's the news?
It's good to see you.
It's aight.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said you'd been attacked by a Kashik. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered.
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight?
I thought you'd never offer. Now,
Wasn't
where
going
I
to,
need
but
you is
apparently.
the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you've come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
We're on our way.
Always the same people, innit? Flames of War. Alright,
Do you
let's
think
go.
there are as many as Martha says?
Probably more.
More.
Hurry to the Fallen Gates. Well, since you insist. Earlier in this game, I said, I wonder if this place could possibly get any drearier. Joking, of course, that the place looked pretty dreary. I stand corrected. Alright, what's the sit rep, gentlemen? Why does everyone seem incapable but me, Jill, Torgal?
Clive, wounded.
If that is not
We
wounded.
deal with the Akashic first.
Bork, 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 bork. Torgal.
Get him!
That's not exactly what I wanted. I should look into getting some Bahamut stuff in here, if only to just give it a whirl. Absolutely not. I mean, ideally, I just want to use Giga Flare because it's that is a Kamehameha and a half.
Well done.
It's a Kamehameha. Please go away.
You lose.
Oh. I knew that. Pointless spoils, but such is the art of war. Now, again.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
if you've come to rob this place.
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
How do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Why do you dress like footpads?
But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you anon.
Anon.
And to think you took them for thieves.
I mean, they look the part.
That is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Martha! Trouble!
Gee, what a
The
surprise.
scouting party's almost at the lift, where they got a pack of Akashic snapping at their heels! And they've got wounded with them! They're not gonna make it!
We're not gonna make it.
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You two be safe now.
Captain Busybody and his cohorts. There's something in my eye, and it's not my eyeball.
A few moments later.
My brothers. Mad dogs.
A lot of them. Alright, let's descend this lift. Lift. I seem to be giving everyone a goddamn lift. Should rename my enterprise to Uber. Alright. Pathetic.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about...
Oscar.
I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
Sir Wade.
Lord Rosfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Then
Martha
what?
seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
None too
We
soon.
could sneak by them. But we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Alright, so what am I dealing with? Akashic Adamantois.
Damn it! We need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can
have
certainly
to?
try. Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our
Always Coca-Cola. Now, let's start with some of this. And, that's not what I wanted you to do. Now, as I was saying... Too soon, way too soon. I should put a holiday break in there. Off cooldown. I knew that. That's better. Okay. That's one. That's RG2. Push the thing in the face. That is sexy damage. I deserve that, probably.
Farewell.
Nice! Lay down. Did I do the whole Bahamut thing? No! How quick I am to forget.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
Soul hurts, but that's something else.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
Yeah, I should start charging you for it.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
Sleazeball.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Why are you here?
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Is there a finishing here? I
Jill
think
and I
the
will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow. Good luck.
Why are we going back to Eastpool? That place is a ghost town. Alright, guess we're going. But first, let's take a look-see at Bahamut. The increases breath range. Yeah, okay. I guess that makes sense. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm actually very happy with the skills that I am currently rocking. Maybe I'll replace the Scratchy Scratch from Garuda with this one, assuming I can indeed master this, because then it's just it seems like a fire and forget kind of thing. Increase the number of orbs, allow an assignment to any icon. Because I do find myself getting hit quite a lot during the scratching attack, because it's something that it's a continuous thing. Whereas with this, I can fire and then move away. Satellites attack any enemies. Yeah, no, not a fan. And it is Hiha Fureya. Increase the number of hits, allow assignment to any icon. Is there anything else that I could potentially delete so I could facilitate myself with the Giga Flare? Do away with this for a moment. Yes. So that's 1. That's 2. So I'm 2,000 short. That's 1,000. Because I can do with 2 bars, technically speaking. I need Heatwave. I can do with 75. So close! Rook's Gambit. We need this. Everything else has not actually been touched. Yeah, this one, but I need this in order to use it. Meaning that I am just, say, 700 shy. Soon. Soon. Yes, yes. And then this one again, yes. I mean, I guess for now, throw this one back on there. And we were going with Impulse then. So that's 1. And that's 2. And Gouge is just... Wait, I hadn't upgraded? I thought it felt a bit slow. But it starts off fast-ish and then slows down over time. And I thought it was, it's just part of the skill. You know, he gets a little tired and weary from moving that fast. I thought it was sort of an okay thing from an immersive point of view, but I actually just forgot to re-upgrade this thing. I am a failure on so many levels. This Judgment Bolt, yes. And then instead of Gouge, which does still boast stronger stagger, you will go for Impulse and hope it is a decent substitute. Okay, let's try this. If I don't like it, then I don't like it. Why are we... We're going to East Pool, aren't we? Why are we already... You know what? Forget it. Since we're going that way, maybe I'll take another stab at Atlas. What's my current level? 37. It's not better. It's definitely not better. But I'm an idiot, so you know. Let's see where we strand.
Just patch me up as
Green Shivers. Yes. Akashic Goblins.
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Mark
Happy
won't be ready.
days. Acquiring target. Torgal, please do something terrible. Absolutely not. You thought I didn't see it. Huh? Akashic Choker. You simply hate to see it. Oh, double kill. Fucking well on the run. And Shka.
Something's coming.
The Ahriman, really.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Plenty.
Only the first round, so wait. Shall we?
Let's shall. Of course, that was just off cooldown. Hopefully get rid of this. Miss.
Too slow.
So, let's ramp it up. One down, two. And the finish line, we end with this, and that's a beautiful finish, if I would say so myself. And in record time, too.
Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The
Out of the
same as Sir
ordinary.
Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our
No, for
lookouts
now.
say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
Yes.
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if
sadness.
the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can stay.
Guess that's settled. And renowned for my effort. Guardian's Scarf. A symbol of trust, loyalty, and undying friendship. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the duchy cannot die. If you say so.
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet.
I'm not doing autographs right now.
Over here.
Oscar Wilde.
It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Well, you're the son of, fucking...
I wasn't aware the Lord Commander...
Rodney.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew.
I see.
Well, go on then. It's not for me to ask him.
Yes, Sir Wade.
Could I have his clothes, please?
If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm no longer
I'm
a shield.
sorry to disappoint you, Oscar. But I am a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other guardians are... I mean to say that, they're...
Dig your own grave a little deeper.
We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
I don't want him tagging along with me in battles.
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Rodney. I mean, we could...
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way.
Alright, I'll see you at home base, I suppose. Jill, my love, shall we? Will I tackle the thingy once more before I leave here? Yes, I believe I'd better hand.
And some of your numbers served as shield.
Why am I so hurty? It'll have to do for now.
Good girl.
Is everything in every field now going to... Hey, hello there. Oh. I'm trying to not waste too much time. If you're quite finished, Jill, thank you. Why is there a chronolith here? The Hand of Hyperion. Oh, are they all active now?
This one's awake.
Chronoliths. Chronoliths are similar to the Arete stones in that within them is hidden a virtual battlefield accessible by Clive and Clive alone. Each chronolith presents Clive with a timed trial in which he must combat continuous waves of deadly enemies equipped only with the feat and ability of a single icon. Give me one good reason why I would have any interest in doing this.
Let's see what's inside.
Let's not. Trial by fire within the Phoenix. Nope, I am not interested in doing any of that.
Faster!
I mean, I'll tackle optional bosses in the field. Hunts being a clear showing of just that, but timed trials and what have you? No, thank you.
No mistakes.
Why are we continuously... Leave me alone. Why is there still something in my eye, not my eyeball?
5 minutes later.
More ago. There's one word for it. Nope. Woo. The parry. Alright, awesome.
Come on. Let's roll ready.
Down with you. It's such a mean attack because I have to pay attention to so many things and I can't easily find my way out of it. Okay, let's try some things. Good damage, good damage, good damage. Now. Nope. Attack him. Woo. Let's go. Probably shouldn't have, but hey. It's the celestial thing is really, for some reason I can't properly deal with it. I guess we go again. That's one. That is two. That will be a three. That's four. And that is five. With some additional pain. And that is a good attack. If I do say so myself. Absolutely not, sir. That's a damn shame. Come on. Get wrecked. Oh, okay, that was very sloppy on my end. I could have done a much better job with the dodging of stuff. But hey, it is what it is, and a level for my troubles. Things still good. Things still good. Fallen iron. Despite thousands of years having passed since its forging, not a single blemish, scratch, nor patch of rust can be found upon this metal's surface. As to how that is possible, none can say, and the answer will likely remain lost forever. Orichalcum. There was a time when orichalcum was so abundant that it was used in everything from armor and weapons to coins and cutlery. However, when the twins' only orichalcum mine was finally exhausted, the trading price for the noble metal increased tenfold, causing people to hoard what they had and ultimately making it rarer than even adamantite. This is true.
Back to sleep with
you. Sheesh. No, I think whatever Boksu was here I already opened, right? Ah, well done, Torgal. We did a good thing. We did it. Here's a cookie. Have a bicky and be quiet. I'll take a quick break at the hideaway to restock on potions and to see where my other marks are. Because I forget. Ideally, when I look at a hunt mark over here, I would like to see it just in this UI inventory here. Like under the journal. Have they added it with the recent? They have not. Just hunts. You can find a hunt here. It's much easier than going back because I forget.
Still alive, are you? Go on then.
Yes, I am surprised that I am indeed still
You're
kicking.
blind, you know. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
You haven't had much sex in your life, have you? Hello, love.
I don't want to see any more of our friends hurt.
That is a statement.
Did you see that?
One that I will acknowledge. Oh, happy days.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is
What
everything
have we
we've
got for me?
received and everything promised?
A pall lifted. Hugo's men are gone, and with them the fear in our hearts. Once more shall the markets echo with the mirth and merriment. And it's you we have to thank. Delimil Spicer. Huh, okay. Ability points 1500. I think that means...
You earned this.
I definitely did. No risk, no reward, and Ember. Do we need Ember? 15.
Best of luck
That's
out
still
there,
quite
Sid.
a lot to go. So when I say I take, because slaying that mark must have given me something in terms of ability points, right? This is serving me fine for now, I suppose. Unless I have to reset that as well in order to get this. I say this, I mean this. Let's reset this, just to be sure. I say 1, I say 2, this is 400 short. Oh, you simply hate to see it. Yes. Get rid of that. That's enough. Yay. And we have the Giga Flare readily available. Now, I will... yeah, Thunderstorm will have to be a shitstorm for the moment. For the moment, but I'll live with that. So this becomes Gouge once more. Yes. And this will be Giggle Flare. Yeah. Let's try this. I think it'll work. Now, my little Mokhtar. This was Vamir in Dalmekia. Quiet Sands in Rosaria. And we don't know, but this was... So it's somewhere in Sombrek, because it's Sombrequa legend. So a dread dragon... A magical mist. So it's been forgotten which part of the tale are true. Recent reports of a great dragon's roar reverberating around the woodland. Around the woodland. So it's a forest of sorts. I mean, we'll get to that when we get to it, right? For now, let's try and take down the 10 of clubs and the Megath brothers. Quiet Sands of Rosaria, then. Click, where are the Quiet Sands? I mean, kind of obvious, isn't it? Somewhere over there. Let's give it our best shot. You know. In any other timeline, this would have actually been a pretty. Oh, I knew that. Come, Jill, come stand with me and let's lie our vows toward the ocean. For posterity. Now, we're looking for bandits and terrorists. Onward!
Hi, Ambrosia.
Fry like a brick. Compagnie. Poor chocobos. Just living their life and all of a sudden they get this empowering tar. Well, that'll be the lads. Right, it's gonna be interesting tackling 3 of these fat fucks at once, but hey. The Mega Sisters, let's go. Start with this. Absolutely not, lads.
Not for long.
Over here.
Nope, absolutely not. And punch for your efforts. That is something that I definitely deserved. Go on then. Good enough for me. Get some of this. And now, technically speaking... Come here! That is satisfying. You would not believe. You simpletonians. That is a one. I suppose I deserve a portion of that just now. However, doesn't mean I have to like this. Shoot you! I double. Please target the man when I asked you to target the man. Dude, that thunderstorm does a lot of stagger damage too. My boy, you are so gonna get it. Ultima beam, hasha! これで終わりだ。It's good. It's good.
No more vengeance. No more war.
You keep lying to yourself like that, Mr. Rossfield. Alright, Jill, come stand with me in the water. What is that pirate ship? What you pondering about? Okay, that is one and done. Guess I'll make my way to over here. Now, where did they say the thing was? I forget. God damn it. Was it Korava? I think it had something to do with Korava. Korava, whatever. Titan's Wake. Vamer. Over here. That is okay. I'll just see what they want me to do here and I can move right over to Korava then. Okie doke. Alright. It's... God damn, did they come here to plunder your shop? Was there infighting? Not to be mistaken with fighting at the inn, which I did earlier, but, you know. Were you robbed?
Sid! Your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle.
Huh?
Should I be worried?
Yes, actually.
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
Not all bad.
I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago. Any idea where they went? The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact
Bandit
is...
bed?
I have more immediate concerns.
More than...
What did you say to me? What did you say?
As if by magic.
Gag.
Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
Yeah.
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail.
They're just across the courtyard.
As long as you don't have to do anything, right? Cheeky fuck.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
Round 1. Fight.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way.
Konrad.
We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
Konrad, please
happens
call
when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
Both
That's
make
enough.
decent points.
Both of you.
Do we buy protection or do we buy
Any more of this
sustenance?
and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Yes, Dad. What you giving me the stink eye for? I didn't do anything.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Victor!
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
My man.
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies.
Yeah, and how's that
I was
working
here to
out?
do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Locals.
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalamil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
Alright, then talk to me. Let's put a pin in the skies. No, why are we once again back here?
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake,
I mean, I knew we could just...
he'd let them choose for themselves. And be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
Sid loves disaster. Gives us opportunity to change and grow.
Precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action.
Well done. We've crowdsourced something viable.
Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
In the meantime...
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful.
Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along. Play along?
As a what? Am I a bandit?
What he means to say is yes.
Jill, there are times when you should question motives.
Lower than beasts they are. Aye.
In exchange for one greatsword forged to the specifications hereunder, Red Rooster Trading will pay the sum of 1,000 gil, no less than 8 hands in length, weighted pommel, briar clam inlay, serrated edge, suited for cutting bone. Got a vendetta, do you?
Picturing Conrad, your own city girl. Ah, here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane?
Why does there need to be a Y? Red Wings.
The oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
I see.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
Well done,
As
Jill.
I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canberra to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 score swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad,
God damn,
are you
she's
saying
good.
that Alamo's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
Charge.
I can't believe that actually worked.
A plus, Jill.
Conrad's
Well
not what you
done.
call the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
Sid can't lie. You're a shitty liar. Always has been, always will be. Townsperson.
A shop?
Why would anyone do such a thing?
Honestly,
If I had my pickaxe, I would.
if I had my pickaxe, I would have picked someone's
It may still be
purse
possible
with
to
it.
buy something, and we may yet be allowed to keep it.
Yes,
Maybe.
but
Alright.
Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Greetings.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill.
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Perhaps not even
Indeed,
autumn.
certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
Well done.
Is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
United we stand, divided we fall.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But
well done.
I've gone through this charade.
Lord Underhill.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not
shite.
Workmanlike. She saw right through it.
Uh-huh.
I didn't say it was good. Merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
That's not because of her way of speaking. Well, it helps, but I think you would be hard-pressed to find a man who wouldn't be quite taken with the lady. Isn't that right, Torgal?
Mummy, I'm scared.
Oh, I'm ruined.
Alright. Tell me,
Good
Victor.
news, Sid.
Oh?
Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles.
Yes?
With time, they may even learn to
coexist.
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalamil as we speak. All of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
Well, at least we know where to point our blades then, right?
I have a favor to ask.
There we go.
I'm told the bandits march in 2 groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. The stakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalamil, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Common enemy, right?
And it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
Alright, to arms. I hope you know how to swing a blade as well as you know how to forge one. Lest you find yourself bleeding in some gutter before the day is over.
The women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
Oi.
He's all yours.
Get absolutely shafted by this so-called women folk. No.
Too slow.
One and two. That thing has such a wide arc, it's disgusting.
They mean to overwhelm us.
Well, then we shall overwhelm them in return. One, two. Yoink. Here, that's not supposed to hit the guy on the right.
All yours, Torgal.
One. Boom. Double kill. Oh, another one of you bastards. Okay, now. you are in for it now, boy. Ooh, someone in the face. He said, pull the trigger. Oh boy. Beautiful.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
One way to find out.
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Y'all better not be lying in that gutter. Wait, we're still fighting. This better be a well done indeed.
Natalie, I owe you an apology.
No, I owe you an apology.
The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Hold the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Alamil.
We all saved Alamil.
Now kiss and make up.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
Yeah, it's a shame.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
But we managed.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
It's kind of my thing.
I'll take that as a compliment.